Friday Night Lights, Coach Prime After Dark. Once again, halftime, they got an early lead, taking care of business. They're up 29-0 over Stanford. What a lead, Colorado. Deion Sanders effect. He's rolling, doing good. Looks like they are going to get a big win on Friday night. But wait, they didn't come back. The defense just didn't want to show back up in the second half. Stanford on their way back into the game. They didn't just send it to overtime. They sent it to double overtime. Not only did they make it a game, they won the game 46-43. Riley is not Lincoln. Today is Tuesday, October 17th, a brain slater. Welcome to Down and Distance. And, things aren't Lincoln at USC. That's the title of this week's episode. But let's start off with Oregon and Washington State for our game of the week. Boy, was that a game. I gotta say, it's quite possible these two will play each other in the Pac-12 championship. That was a great ball game, and I gotta say, these two play each other 10 times. It might be 5 of 5. I think they're really evenly matched. I think Oregon was the more physical team. But again, it was back and forth. But again, I really wish it went to overtime. Come on, Oregon. Make your field goals. Come on, like I talked about on Slater Report podcast yesterday. But, here's your total comparison stats. Oregon dominating in everything. But it was just not enough. Look, they won total yardage, they won passing, and they won rushing. Boy, did they win rushing. Turnovers. It just was not enough. Who had the edge in this game? Well, the reason why Washington probably won, is the Heisman watch. This dude. Yeah, right here. 22 for 37. 302 yards. He has 8 yards per play. Got 4 touchdowns and 1 interceptions. What a ball game for him. And with that, let's show our going bowling graphic because Washington is going bowling. And let's check out some other big games this past Saturday. Let's start off with Miami versus North Carolina. Yep. North Carolina had controlled majority of that game. That was an impressive ball game from North Carolina, and it really proves that Mac Brown doing an amazing job. They really should be a top 10 team. They are a top 10 team heading into next week. They win 41-31. Miami, take notes. They figured out how to knead the ball. Yeah. And also, let's go another Go Bowling edition. North Carolina is now going bowling with that win. Wow, congratulations, North Carolina. Alright. Is Oregon State gonna go bowling? Well, I think I already did a graphic for them last week. No, wait, they haven't yet. I think they need one more win. Was this one enough? It was not, but they did beat UCLA 36-24. Tennessee, they beat them. They beat Jimbo Fisher 20-13. Impressive win. I wouldn't say impressive, but they won. Alright. Got another Let's Go Bowling graphic for you. I got a lot for you today. Who's it going to be this time? It's James Madison. Except for they are bowl eligible, but since they're still transitioning to the FBS, they are disqualified for going to a postseason bowl game unless there's not enough bowl teams. So, even though James Madison has enough wins, they're 6-0, undefeated, they have enough wins to go to the bowl game. Got that big win over Georgia Southern at 41-13. They are very likely not going to a bowl game because they have a postseason ban as they transition to the FBS. Blah, blah, blah. Stupid rule. But they'll be able to go to next year, though. Toledo beat Ball State 13-6. I know this wasn't really a big game, but I forgot about Toledo last week. And you want to know why I forgot about Toledo? Go ahead, roll the Go Bowling graphic because Toledo is going bowling. All right, let's check out Florida and South Carolina. This is a good ball game. If you like entertainment, that was quite entertaining. Well, I mean, if you like defense, not the game for you. If you like offense, that was the game for you. Florida, I mean, they're mid-level in the SEC. South Carolina, I just do not know what's going on with them. They cannot seem to get things going. I mean, Spencer Rattler, he's a good quarterback. They just don't have enough players to support him. Florida wins 41-39. Arkansas, even though they have a quarterback that can scramble and mess with Alabama, it was not enough to pull off probably one of the biggest upsets of the season, 24-21 for Alabama. But I will say, there's going to be a big upset I'm going to talk about here in just a second. Well, I mean, not really a segment here in a minute, but yeah. Let's do another Go Bowling now. Who's going bowling now? Oh, Air Force. Air Force is 6-0 right now. Wow. Yeah, they beat Wyoming 34-27. And I did not see that coming. I really felt like Wyoming had a chance to win this game. Air Force proved me wrong, and Air Force is probably the best Group of 5 team right now. Wow, what a win for Air Force. They're 6-0, going to a bowl game. Impressive. I am very impressed at Air Force right now, and I think it's very likely Air Force could go to a New York 6 game. Yeah, very possible. And then there's the other 3 big teams that are going bowling, but I mean, they blew out their opponent, so no need to talk about their game, but you know, Penn State's going bowling. Let's show the next one. Yep. Look at that bullpen spin. All right. The next team going bowling is Florida State with that win. Yeah, over Syracuse. Yeah, that impressive win. And then our last one for this part of the segment. Who else is going bowling? Ohio State. Yep. Ohio State's going bowling. That was Trash, the best college football segment on YouTube. We're starting off with Week 7, Vanderbilt.
Melons here that we're trying to get our CBS hard hats on.
1,000% this is going to be on social media.
I love it. We got our hard-working crew. Look at our camera operators. They're wearing hard hats. They have to. And the construction workers have been trying to make sure that the scoreboard to the back of the Georgia Bulldogs is structurally sound all game long because it has been windy.
And then, number 9, we got Army's offensive line pushing. They're pushing. Still no whistle. Pushing. They're pushing. Still no whistle. Look at that strength. Wow. Troy, I do not want to be in your film room this week. And North Carolina scores a touchdown, and Walker does the U down. Look at this. The U is down. I guess a throwback to Texas, horns down. Number 7. Instead of just punting the ball or taking a knee, Florida taking an intentional safety instead of just giving them, because they're afraid to get the ball to South Carolina with 3 seconds left.
I'm not really sure what the tactical advantage would be. They do have a timeout. And now you wonder, Kirk, as he's grabbing the back of his leg.
Well, first he grabbed the left knee, then he went to the right knee. I don't know. I'm not sure which knee's injured there.
I'm not sure either, Kurt. And then this one, number 5, Notre Dame, gets a great sack. They're too busy celebrating that USC hurry up there before halftime. They had to burn a timeout just to make sure they get the stop. And then USC ended up kicking the field goal. But that was just before halftime. And then watch Alabama trying to tackle Arkansas here. Oh, he escapes. He finds an open man. Wow, he's in field goal range inside the 20. No way. Let's see this replay again. No way. He's spinning. He jukes him off. Wow. What? How did he stay up like that? That's incredible. And that's embarrassing for Nick Saban's defense. Number 2, watch this App State player. He does a little shove and then does a little pancake. That's hilarious. Whoop, whoop. I'm going to sandwich you. And then number 2. I have no idea what was going on here. Oh, you got it? I got it? Nope. Oh, man, look at this. I got it. Nope. Oh, I got it. No, I got it. Oh, wait, no. Oh, man, we should have added in that interception. And number 1, the opening kickoff versus Kent State and East Carolina. They do an onside kick. East Michigan picks it up. He's running to the end zone. And he's going in. Touchdown. Woo! That was trash. It's upset alert time! Who got upset this past week? The big one, I had a feeling Arizona would pull up this upset, but look at that score. Washington State didn't even score a touchdown. Yeah, that's embarrassing for Washington State. 44-6. Yeah, I need to learn Arizona head coach name because I'll probably be saying a lot more now in the future, but what an amazing job. He totally turned Arizona around, and I gotta say, I really wish they were in the Big 12 because the Big 12 really needs a team like that. But, Oklahoma State, Oklahoma State slowly getting back to where they were the past couple of years. Oklahoma State beats Kansas 39-32. I really thought this was going to be Kansas here in the Big 12. Probably not win the Big 12, but, have a shot going to the Big 12 championship. I guess not. Missouri, on the other hand, has been the dark horse of the SEC. No talking point. They're already bowl eligible. I talked about them last week. They're a really great team. I don't know why no one's talking about them. They beat a really good Kentucky team coached by Mike Stoops, 38-21. What a win for Missouri. Wow. And then our next game, back to the Big 12, TCU handles BYU. I had a good feeling that this was going to be a good, close game to watch. It was a good game for TCU. BYU, on the other hand, need to go back to the drawing board because BYU was the last hope of the Big 12 of the new 4 coming in. I guess they're all a disappointment now. TCU showing the newcomers what it's like being the Big 12. They beat each other up. And then, this is probably the upset of the week. Louisville beating Notre Dame last week. Coming in on the CW. Basically a trap game. Again, you'd think, oh, easy win for it. But they are on the road. But it's hard to win in Pitt. I'll give them credit for that. Wow! 38-21. What a big upset for Pittsburgh, and Louisville is back at the bottom of the ACC. Yep. They had a chance of getting the ACC a good run. Nope, didn't happen. And then, the reason why USC is not Lincoln is because of Riley. Notre Dame goes down. Up, down, up. To the top, the way Notre Dame's like a roller coaster. USC actually played defense in that game. I was impressed. They actually played defense. But Notre Dame figured out how to keep Caleb Williams in the pocket, put him under pressure, and figured out how to stop that high-powered offense. 48-20 for Notre Dame. And then, yep. This next one's going to be a good one. I love talking about Iowa. Iowa point update. Here we go. Iowa did win. They're 6-1. There's a lot of teams, a lot of fan bases that would love to have a record or a season like Iowa. 6-1. Beat Wisconsin 15-6. But Iowa fans still just are not happy. For some reason, they're not happy with their team. But, yeah. They have 146 points on offense total for the season, and he's right on the goal line, so, yeah. They're winning. They're winning games. I got to give them credit for that. But overrated and underrated time. All right, here we go. Who is overrated this week? It's USC. USC, I mean, I've talked about how overrated they are all season long. Defensively. I mean, they 100%, they got the offense to do it. Alex Grinch just really either he needs to get fired or he just needs to do a better job at coaching that defense or just settle down on offense. You do not have to score the first touchdown. You do not have to score a touchdown in the first or second play of every drive. That tires out your defense. Well, Notre Dame changed it up for them. It was the defense that played great and the offense that looked tired and couldn't manage to do anything. Give Notre Dame credit for that, but USC, I mean, they got a whole problem to do. They are just falling apart right now, and I have no idea what the future holds for USC and Lincoln Riley, but, yeah, that does not look like a playoff team. I will say, an underrated team this week beat Miami. I mean, they're undefeated right now. They're going to a bowl game, and, they're very likely going to get some pretty big wins, and I can't wait. I'm looking forward to, I know players can't look into the future matchups, but I'm actually looking forward to Florida State and North Carolina ACC championship game. I really need to look at the divisions and whatever, but I think they're in the same division, so it probably won't happen, but I would love to see a Florida State versus North Carolina game, because those two are the best teams in the ACC. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking to see how Mac Brown does the rest of the season. That is quite an impressive team. They got a great offense. They got a great defense. The defense is really what they struggled with last year, but they improved. I gotta say, North Carolina, the most improved ACC team this year, and Texas probably wish they had them back. Yeah, but yeah. Let's go to college pick'em. Yeah, how'd I do? I'll do great this year. But I gotta say I'm a little nervous because I went a little wild on my picks. And I went 5 for 5. Yep. My lowest, this is my worst week yet, 29 points. I'm still 45 and 29 on the season with 265 points. The Oregon and Washington game, I guess the total combined points was going to be 48 points. I knew there was going to be some points scored, but I really thought the defense would keep it low. Talk about the total combined points in a minute, but I will say it was not close. I did a terrible job. I mean, I didn't do that bad of a job at picking the games. It's the order, the confidence I picked the games. I really thought if I had them in a better order, I probably would have had close to 35 points. I mean, a little bit more, but yeah. And then you see the total combined points, 69. Yeah, almost 79 points combined. And then on the spread, I guess 50. Better, closer, but still way off. And then I went 6 for 4 in the spread. I went 4 for 6 in the spread. Sorry, trying to help me out. Yeah, I finally get an L in the spread. My first pick'em that I get, pick'em week, I get terrible. But I'm 400 even on points. 40, 29. Yeah, hey, but I did get Oregon covering the spread right. I'll take it. But, yeah, what a disappointing week in pick'em for me. I really need to go back to, or really, that I guess it's a good thing. It means college football is bad and entertaining. It's really hard to pick college football, I'll tell you that. It is really hard, but I gotta say, I'm impressed with how I've done so far, and I think the early picks this season is gonna help me win this season. Alright, got some NFL headlines for you. Aaron Rodgers is seen warming up on Sunday. Well, I mean, he's still not playing. Still don't know when he's going to come back. Very likely, I mean, they're saying he's out for the season, but hey, if the Jets end up going to a playoff, he might be back just in time for the playoff, but, you know, he was on the field throwing passes, little getting some exercise for about 5 minutes before the game, and he was out without crutches, too. The first time we've seen him this season. All right. How did the NFL go this year? It's been quite a disappointing NFL season. Probably the most boring NFL season I've seen all along. But I gotta say, this week was quite entertaining. The Ravens get a good win. Buccaneers beat the Seahawks 17-13. Yeah. I mean, low scoring, not entertaining. Yeah. Not entertaining. All right, let's roll the next game. Oh, yeah. Monday Night Football last night. The Cowboys. This one was actually a little entertaining. It got a little entertaining at the end of the fourth quarter. But the Dallas, I mean, they looked decent. I mean, offense got things going. Defense got things going late, ended up winning 20-17. And then the Jets, I guess just having Aaron Rodgers just on the field, just not even playing, but, just part of warm-ups, helped them beat the Eagles, a big upset, 20-14. What a big win for the Jets. And the Browns pull up probably the biggest upset of the week, beating the 49ers 19-17. I don't think anyone saw the Browns winning this game. And there are no longer, with the Eagles and the 49ers lost, there are not any undefeated teams left in the NFL. Which tells me that there are not really any good teams in the NFL, so the NFL is garbage. So, that's that. College football headlines. Deion Sanders is now writing his own book now about his success he's had at Colorado and at James Madison. Oh, I mean, not James Madison. Jacksonville. The old Colts. For some reason, I can't think of the team. Sorry. But anyway, it's late for 2024 release. Blah, blah, blah. I think he should focus more on this season than writing a book. If you want to write a book, wait until the off season. And also, Brock Bowers, the tight end for Georgia, is going to have ankle surgery this week. Yeah, I think it was scheduled for yesterday if you're watching this on Tuesday. But, it was scheduled for October 16th on a Monday. And we'll see how that goes. And very likely that he probably will be out with an injury this late in the season. And very likely will be out all the way up until the playoffs. So, hey, that's when they'll really need him anyway, because Georgia played nobody the rest of the season. Anyway, let's take a look at my rankings. Air Force is number 25. Kentucky is 24. Number 23, I got Louisville just hanging on. Liberty, I got them now ranked. And Missouri is ranked now. I really like how all these teams, except for Louisville, have been playing lately. I mean, Louisville has had a great year. They just had one bad game against Pittsburgh. Disappointing loss for them. A game they really should have needed to win. But, over in that, if these are my top 25s, boy, is the rest of my top 20 going to be really good. Especially with Air Force. Air Force, keep an eye out on them. They're the best group of 5 team out there right now. USC's all the way down to 20. I got Iowa at 19. 18, I got Duke. I really think I should need to higher, but I need to see more from them. Notre Dame with that slightly win over Duke is at 17. And then Ole Miss is at 16. Yep, Duke is now in the rankings now. I think this is, not the highest I've ever put a new team, but it's pretty close. I think I had Louisville all the way up at 16. Their first week I put them in. Yeah, I'm not doing that again, and I have a bad feeling whenever I put a new team this high, they don't usually do too well their next game. So, Duke, I'm sorry if I just jinxed you your next game. All right, let's look at my top 15 now. Number 15, I got Oregon State. Number 14, LSU. Number 13 is Utah. Number 12 is Tennessee. And number 11 is Oregon. Yep, despite their loss to Washington, I still think they're a really good team. Tennessee is also a team to watch in the SEC. Utah, they're good, but you're probably wondering, well, I mean, if Tennessee and Utah both won, how did they drop a spot? Well, I'll get to that in a second, but it's very likely I had North Carolina jump them. How high did North Carolina go? I'll talk about that in a minute, but LSU, Oregon State again, impressive teams. Again, they're a little back and forth where they are, but I think that's right where they need to be at. All right, and then my top 10. Who is at 10? Is it North Carolina? No, it's Alabama. Yes, Texas is at 9. Number 8 is North Carolina. I really like the way they've been playing right now. And Washington is at 7. This is a great package right here. I really like the way that I had this lined up. I mean, it's really hard to pick it. A lot of people probably disagree with me, AP. But North Carolina deserves a top 10 spot. Texas, Alabama, yeah, I give them the top 10. Washington, yeah. But again, I really think my top 6, or really top 8 right now, my top 8, tied for first. Yep. Ohio State, still at 1. Florida State, still at 2. Georgia, I still got them at 3. Number 6, any changes? Nope, I still got Michigan at 6. Number 4, any changes there? Nope, I still got Oklahoma at 4, Penn State at 5. Again, I made probably the least amount of changes in my top 6 compared to what AP's done. And I'm really looking forward to what the CFP ranking look like here in a couple of weeks. It's going to start getting really entertaining from now on. Because we're in the middle of the season, and these are going to start getting crazy. But did AP make any changes in their top 6? Well, they got Georgia at 1, of course. And then they got Michigan at 2. Yep, I'm not surprised about that. 3, likely Ohio State. Yep. 4, yeah, Florida State. But the question is, there it is. They dropped Oklahoma 1 spot to put Washington at 5. Yep. Yeah. Having the bye week and you fall a spot. Yeah, that's AP for you. I really think you have a bye week, you should not move. At all. I mean, I know I moved a couple teams on their bye week. I mean, I dropped Texas-ish a little bit. I mean, 1 spot. Okay, fine, I'll take it. I did the same thing to Texas. But Texas lost. Okay, if you win coming into your bye week and you drop them, why? Just why? All right, here's some other key notes. Missouri, Air Force, Tulane, and Iowa are all new in the rankings. Washington State, Kansas, Kentucky, and Miami all fall out. Notre Dame, with their biggest jump over USC, is up to 6. And, the team they beat, goes down all the way to 18. Down 8 spots to 18. Yeah, and I had USC at 20, so, they're in agreement with me on that. I really need to do a real better comparison in my rankings and AP rankings. I guess I kind of do that in a Slate Report podcast, but I really don't do that as much. All right. Yep, there's your AP notes. Let's check out what's going around the network here on Busy Sports. All right, our upcoming schedule. Tomorrow is Heartwood Hoops getting an early look at the NBA season. Yep, getting your NBA season prediction because it's underway now. The preseason's underway and the regular season's almost here. Saturday, American Game Day at 10 a.m. Got a good show planned for Saturday. A returning segment coming back. And then next Monday is Slate Report Podcast. Yep, I really don't know what the topic for that week is. Again, it depends on that week's result. And then the CFP rankings, not that far away. I'm going to get you an early look at predicting that's going to happen on October 25th at noon. And then, if you haven't already, check out our website for the latest news, scores, stats, etc. That's all going around the network here on Busy Sports. All right, let's do a little of the option here. Starting off with, there's a game tonight, 6:30 on ESPNU. Western Kentucky, Jacksonville State. Yep, it's going to be 83 degrees, mostly cloudy. And if I were to pick a winner of this game, Jacksonville State. I really like the way they've been playing. Again, just like James Madison, they cannot go to a bowl game because it's their second year in the FBS, and they don't look too bad. They look really good, and I think they're in the Conference USA. I'm not sure, but they have a good chance of winning their conference. I got Jacksonville State winning this game. And then there's another game on Thursday night, sorry, I thought Thursday. Yeah, there's a game Thursday. For some reason, I keep thinking this game was on Friday. I'm so used to game being on a Friday night. Anyway, the other team that's new in the FBS that won't be able to go to a bowl game, even though they are bowl eligible, they'll be playing Marshall on the road Thursday at 6 o'clock. Yeah, I wouldn't say this is much of a game. It's more because it's a road. Marshall is probably the best opponent James Madison probably had played this season, and they're on the road. So it's a really good test for James Madison, and I think they'll get the win. It's very possible James Madison can go head into the season undefeated. Yeah, they're that good. All right, and then some games to watch for Saturday. 2:30 on CBS. Tennessee and Alabama, the rematch. This time, the Crimson Tide are at home, and no doubt, Nick Saban will have them ready. He does not want them to throw their own. He wants to throw their own goalpost into a lake. Well, that's really not an Alabama thing they do. They never rush the field, but yeah, they're playing Tennessee, and then our Big 12 championship game from last year. Yep, these two opponents are playing each other again. And it was entertaining last year, but they're not the same teams they were last year. They're about mid-level in the Big 12, but I still think it's setting up for a big game. I think it's going to be an entertaining game. I mean, there's not much on the line. I think the winner of this game probably has a shot. I wouldn't say will go to the Big 12 championship, but I mean, we'll have a shot if, some crazy things happen to Oklahoma and Texas. And then the ACC, yep, they've got Duke, North Carolina, up against each other. Which one of those two are going to take on Florida State in the ACC championship game? Well, we're going to find out. This is really a true test for Florida State. This is Florida State's chance to divide themselves from the other ACC teams to prove that, oh yeah, we're the best team in the ACC, but they lose this game, well, that opened the door for more teams. And Utah and USC, the Pac-12, you've got another conference championship rematch. Yeah, this is going to be a good one, and I'm expecting USC's home this time, so I'm not expecting different results. USC coming off of a disappointing, really, probably their biggest loss they've ever had under Lincoln Riley, including Oklahoma. Yeah, gonna be a big game, turned into a new rivalry. And then Clemson and Miami. I mean, I actually expected this to be a ranked matchup. It's not, but Saturday at 7 o'clock, ACC Network. Yeah, I think the winner of this game, again, just like TCU and Kansas State, the winner of this game has a shot at the ACC if, something happens to Florida State, North Carolina, and Duke. Yeah. But, yeah, the loser likely at the bottom. But, we're going to Columbia for our game of the week, the Big Ten. Florida State, they're at 7 versus Ohio State, the number 3. Big noon kickoff on Fox. 11 o'clock on Fox. Yeah, game of the week. Gonna be entertaining. I mean, this is Penn State's first real big game of the year, and Ohio State's second since playing Notre Dame. This is really their biggest matchup of the season. They're at home, but Penn State, they're on the road. Can they get this win? It's going to be a really big matchup. And I'm having a hard time picking. Truly, I am. I know I have Ohio State at 1, but upsets happen. College football happens. I'm having a hard time picking a winner of this game. Penn State has been the L of this series the past, 20 years? When was the last time beat Ohio State? I'm going to have to look that up and give you stats on that for American Day on Saturday. But until then, I'll see you guys for a full recap next Tuesday at 6. Thanks, guys, for watching.